Hi, it's Dr. Janowski for Sonata. Today we're going to talk about jawline definition. So one of the important features of beauty is having a straight jawline, and that's a sign of youth. And this is a young patient with generally a very good jawline, but we don't see the jaw angle so much. So we want to create that angle. That's a really important thing. The anterior portion is looking good, and then we want that what's called the gonial angle to pop out. So we're going to focus on treating that, and that really creates a nice straight jawline. It's attractive both in men and women, and it's a little more blunted in women than it is in men, but we still want to see a little more definition, so I'll show you my technique for doing that. Okay, so we're going to use a cannula, and I can feel the gonial angle. You can't see it so much as feel it. So we know the length of our cannula is about 1.5 inches. So we're going to create an entry point right along the mandible. I'm going to use a little local. I always use my little buzzy machine to make the patient comfortable. I'm going to create that little angle right there. And then we'll use the same thing over here. Here's our angle, and we want to reach that angle from our entry point and go along the jawline. So we're just going to create a little spot there. Okay, good. So we're going to use our pilot needle to create a small hole there. That should be painless for the patient. And then we will use our 25 gauge 1.5 standard cannula. This is Restylane Lift. You want a firm product like Restylane Lift or Radius would be a good choice. Voluma could be a good choice. And so we're going to really just feel for that angle, which is right here. And so we're at the angle, and we want to accentuate that angle. So we're going to inject at the angle. I'm going to put a little bolus there, and then we'll come across towards retrograde back towards the entry point. But we're going to create, we want to see, and we're in the subcutaneous plane here. We want to create that angle, and then we'll also go a little bit up higher to create the vertical leg of that angle. And we're just pushing our Restylane Lift in there. And we're already starting to see some improvement, but it can take quite a bit of product, so we're going to keep going here. And I've blended my lift at 1:1 with saline, so 2 syringes is actually 1 syringe of filler. And so again, we are going to accentuate that angle and then come back and make sure it's a nice straight line right along the jawline. It can help to put your finger there under the bone, so we create that angle that's coming out nicely. Again, we want to emphasize volume at the angle itself, and also we can put our finger where the bone is rising superiorly and put some product there. And you can see that's starting to look really good. So as I said, it can take some product to get that to pop out. We want to create that shadow underneath the mandible, which looks really good. So we're just going to keep on doing that. Want to feel the bone, so you're right over it. There we go. So that's already looking really good. Alright, so we just did that jawline definition, the posterior jawline, the gonial angle. It looks really great. You can see that there's nice shadowing. There's that more squarish appearance of the jaw, which looks really nice. She was kind of rounded off and blunted. And here we see, again, nice definition on both sides. I used a total of 2 syringes of Restylane Lift, mixed 1:1 with saline, using a cannula technique. So you can see how that really just frames the jawline. It looks really good. So that's really for almost any age can benefit from that. And that's a jawline treatment.